it out in the next couple weeks. Perfect. She'll be sending it out in the next couple weeks, or couple days. So if anybody needs to review it again or just have more comments, feel free to check it out again when she sends it. You're going to hear from some sales team here. You're also going to hear from logistics operations and as well as Fern. So you're going to get a good overview of everything. All righty. Let's go to the next one. So in the chat thread, we're going to put the exhibitor service manual. At this point, everyone should have received a welcome email that has the links to exhibitor service manual. That ESM is going to have everything you need. I guarantee if you have a question, it's in there. So please take a look at that. If you have questions after looking through your ESM, please reach out to us, but do know that is in there. If you need the welcome email, we can happy to resend that. It would have came from Avery, so check your email for that if you haven't seen it yet. So for October, some of the stuff we need to know. We are a Wednesday through Friday show. We love that Wednesday to Friday pattern. So on here, you'll see we put the date, the time is 8:30 to 6 p.m. So at 8:30, ending at 8:30 in the morning, there is a exhibitor shuttle registration line. Means that exhibitor, what's the word I'm looking for? Exhibitor express line. So that express line will end at 8:30. So if you are there between 8:30 and 9, you're going to be standing in line in registration or in the lobbies with buyers. The only way we can guarantee you to get you in the building as quick as possible is if you're there by 8:30. That also gives you time, get to your booth, get your coffee, get unloaded. If we notice buyers are really heavy in the lobbies early in the morning, which on Wednesday, that typically is the case, we will open the lobbies right away. So there's a chance that the floor may open at 8:45 if the lobbies are too busy. We don't want too many people standing in the lobbies just for safety. So please be prepared to be in your booth around 8:30. We are located in the heart of downtown Atlanta. You don't get much more central in downtown Atlanta, so it's very easy to walk. It's easy to get around as you get there, but do also know that you're in downtown. You can book the travel on our Atlanta Apparel website. You can book hotels and flights through there. I will say the hotel block is getting filled up, so if you plan on going in, get in that hotel block now. We are attached to the Westin and to Hotel Indigo. So I'll say it again, the Westin, downtown Atlanta, and Hotel Indigo we're attached to. If you want to just have it really easy to come and go, don't have to worry about being outside too much or just having to get around, those are two really easy ones for you to stay at. Other ones that are really close that I like are Aloft and the American. Those are also within very close walking distance. All right, so the exhibitor portal, every single person on here should be familiar with it because this is where you submitted your October application. This is where we're working with getting you a sign-in for October application. I think a couple of y'all. So some things to know about. Your final payment deadline for your booth is this Friday. That's tomorrow. Auto pay will run tonight for those of you that have it set up, but it also, keep in mind, it did reboot after August. So a lot of you that were auto pay before will not be on here for October. If you have gotten an email from Janice Dixon in the last 2 days, it means you don't have your deposit in. And so after Friday, your booth is not safe. So make sure you get that payment in for us so we guarantee your booth is set and right. Lighting and electrical is also found on the portal. Just look for the little Harry Potter lightning bolt. That's where you can order all of your lighting and electrical done on here. Order it ahead of show. The price goes up on site dramatically. So if you order it ahead, it'll be in your booth when you get there, and you also don't have to worry about the price. I can't emphasize how much. It's so much easier if you order ahead. If you get it here, we can't guarantee that it'll be, installed quickly. You're going to be in line with everyone else. If you need help with the portal, there is that support at imcentershelp.zendesk.com. Take a look, shoot them an email. They can sometimes, it's a matter of resetting your password, your logins, things like that. So please use that email if you have any questions about the portal. So badges are fun. So I have to emphasize, as we're in the downtown Atlanta, you have to have a badge on at all times. Our security is extremely strict because we don't want everyone from the community coming in, and we are close to the public. So always have your badge on you at all times. If you're leaving your booth to go get food, water, restroom, keep your badge on you. You really are going to need it. You won't be able to get between floors without your badge. So your badge portal is a different portal than your application. It's two different portals. Again, I'll lay it out in your welcome email, but it's a different portal. You'll notice on the emails coming, they're not coming from your sales manager. The emails will come from you see the 3 different emails you're going to get right there showing whether event confirmation, event notice, or does it too. And then if you have questions and you haven't gotten your badge, Reg Help is the email we would refer you to. So please note that they will be coming. You'll get your QR code in your email box as soon as you sign up. Then the second email will come a couple days before market. That will show you your you'll get your registration when you sign up, QR code a couple of days before market. So on this next page link, I want to show you, this is what your badge portal looks like. If you see where we've circled that envelope, if you see that envelope, that means you haven't requested your badges. All you have to do is hit that envelope and it will send the badge request through. You have to hit that in order for it to go through. So if you're still like, hey, I've signed up, I thought I did badges, I didn't get it, just do me one favor, check that. If it says not sent, hit the envelope, you'll be good to go. All right, now I'm going to pass it over to Evan. She's going to go over some of your pre-show tips and more.
Thanks, Bo. Hey, everyone, my name is Evans, and I manage the accessories categories. The pre-show tips here, some might be a little repetitive to you all, but for those that are new, we definitely encourage doing this to have a more successful market. So most importantly, before the show, we recommend researching boutiques and reaching out to them. Let them know that you're here. Try to set as many appointments as you can. And we also have a link here that we'll email out later with buyer referrals. If you have buyers that you'd like our team to reach out to and invite to market, be sure to drop their information through this link. It goes directly to our buyer engagement team, and then they will reach out to them. Next, advertise on your social media, website, emails that you'll be here. Be sure to include your booth and floor number so they know where to find you. We always recommend at least 2 e-blasts to your current database telling them you'll be here. On Instagram and Facebook, our hashtag is ATL Apparel, and then you can tag us at Apparel Markets. Lastly, show incentives are huge. It's the best way to get people to write with you at the market. So free shipping with orders placed at the show, gift with purchase. Those are our top 2, but you can get creative with that as well. Marketing opportunities. So free would be imagery. You can send us any beautiful high resolution imagery you have. We just ask that you remove any like watermarks or names or branding over it. We will credit you if our marketing team uses it. We don't promise usage, but we do push it out to our marketing team. Any email you see in general from Avery A. Lamb at imcenters.com, she is our trade show sales assistant. So she will reach out for any category call outs, any last minute opportunities to dress mannequins or pedestals. Definitely read those and write her back. It's always important information. But for free opportunities, imagery is number 1 we recommend. For paid opportunities, you can rent pedestals, the little glass boxes throughout the building, or mannequins and window displays. Advertising opportunities vary from e-blast to sponsoring happy hours and market. Gabby Smith is your contact for this, and her email's here. If you're interested, let us know, and then she'll be reaching out to you as well. And I see the question here, imagery, we're really looking for lifestyle imagery, or, product shots are great too, but mainly lifestyle. If you look at our Instagram, you can kind of get an idea of previous brand images that we've posted. So here's a picture in general of our show. If you've not been, it's a big building, 14 floors. So of course, the big question is, how are you going to stand out? And we'll touch on that, Bernard, in a little bit too. We'll go through these questions. For booth display tips here to stand out, first off, understand your booth package from Fern, which Deatrice is on this call and we'll be going into more detail later. Confirm your booth size. We recommend, if you're brand new to shows, even taping it out in your driveway or your office to really get a feel for how much space you'll be working with. And all of our Fern packages, we include the dimensions. So shelves dimensions are there, table dimensions, where we place the rods and everything's customizable, but we do have a standard height that will be set as well. So those details, just stick through, and Deatrice again is on the call as well to go over that. For rules and regulations, we have a link here that goes into things that you can or cannot have in your booth. Example, hanging things from the ceiling, anything crazy like that, which we'll touch on later. And then just in general to plan accordingly on your booth display, which we'll go into some tips here continued. We love a photo op. I feel like market, everyone wants to be photographed and that they're here. So if you have an extra little nook in your space, a great spot to take photos, it's good use of that space. Signage, enlarged photos, branded backdrops, all of that is a great way to really enhance your overall booth display. This is our secret tip. Buyers actually will stay in your booth longer if you have comfortable flooring. These are long, long days. Everyone's on their feet. It's actually proven that they will stay and linger in your booth longer if you get the extra padding or comfortable flooring. Now you can order that through Fern, or if you have the puzzle piece flooring, the like fake hardwoods, those are also super comfortable, and buyers tend to linger longer with those as well. Just for those of you wondering what the carpet looks like if you don't do flooring, flooring's not mandatory at the show, but it's a short, like standard business looking gray carpet. So as you're planning your booth around that, we recommend if you're ordering carpet through Fern to do a color or white, not gray, because it looks essentially just like the standard flooring. You're also welcome to bring rugs or anything of your choice. You are able to bring anything from home as well. Fun rugs, cute tables, shelves, bar carts, anything like that to give it a personalized look, you are welcome to bring. You can ship things directly to your booth, or you can carry it in on show site. Natural elements are always well received in your booth. Nice flowers, greenery, the natural elements definitely help. Good smelling fresh flowers, people always stop by and compliment, so it's a good way to get some buyers to stop by your booth. Easy to grab placement of business cards. We do recommend like a small table or display at the entry of your booth. This makes it less intimidating for a buyer to come by and learn about your product. They might be in a rush, grab a card, but come back later. So we also recommend on any marketing display pieces you put for grab and go, have your booth number so they can remember where you are to come back the next day if they're in a rush. Giveaways are also welcome. You could do water bottles, the day of health, hand sanitizer, flash drives, bags, bracelets, etc. Again, on the larger scale of giveaways, if you would like to offer that outside your booth to the whole market center, you can do that through Gabby and our sponsorship opportunities. So at the show, we always recommend to be engaging. Hospitality is key, being friendly and inviting. You know, the people that sit in the booth with their arms crossed don't sell as much as those that are friendly, saying hey to people and being genuine. So just a common sense note there. Another recommendation we have for new customers is to have a reasonable minimum order. Minimums are great. They help you hit your sales goal, but also make it reasonable. We do recommend $500 or under to start with. And then, of course, as you get more established, you can go up as needed. Starter kits are also a great way to help sell a bestseller, a black handbag, black dress, you know, anything like that that helps you sell more in a package will help you hit your overall goals. Lastly, each interaction does count. Make friends with the other vendors. Chances are they've been in your shoes and been new, or they might be established and you can bounce ideas off each other. Friendly neighbors make market more enjoyable. Attend the events. We have exciting news. Our fashion show will be back and our kickoff party. So we will send more details to come on this. They are held after hours, after the show, and a great way to network and have fun. Our fashion shows are beautifully curated, well-designed, a really great production. And so it's a nice way to meet other buyers and exhibitors. So we'll be sending you an evite to pass along to your buyers about that. So again, keep an eye out for Avery's emails. She'll send those out to you. Oh, and then lastly, collect as many business cards as you can. New exhibitors, I know it's kind of nerve-wracking. The first show getting your feet wet. The business cards are your ticket to build your database for more successful shows in the future. So even if they don't write an order with you at the show, if you get that business card, you can follow up with them before the next market, do email blasts to them with new product, and really build that relationship. So it's key to get as much of that information at the show as you can. Some tips on how to do that in like a not pushy way would be drop your business card here for a raffle, drawing for a free bracelet, something like that, as a casual way to get it if you're not comfortable just asking for it. Okay, and then quick touch on etiquette reminders. Just have to cut to the chase here. You really don't want to be the person that interrupts buyers if they're in another exhibitor's booth. It's not cool and rude, so we do ask for you to be mindful of that. Soliciting, also not a good look, which includes handing out business cards or brand information at general market events, in the bathrooms, on the escalators. We just ask that you are respectful of people and their time and don't treat it like a flea market in that sense. And then you don't want to block other exhibitors' booths by placing product outside of your confined booth space. We will ask you to move it back. We have a whole team of floor managers that keep an eye on this to make it safe for the buyers and fair to other exhibitors. We have a full list here and also in the chat where you can read through that. Again, it's common sense, but just be polite and mindful of the trade show etiquette. Here's a quick reference. We'll email this out as it gets closer as well. If you forgot something, on the left, these are your typical IKEA, CVS, Target, flower services. On the right, mannequins and displays. We have showrooms in the building that are open. They do sell mannequins, displays, necks, racks, things like that, but we recommend calling ahead of time before you get up there. But all this is conveniently in the building. So great reference to have. And now I am going to hand it over to Deatrice to dig more into the Fern information.
Thanks, Evan. Hi, I'm Deatrice Lawrence, and I'm the Client Services Manager for Fern. The deadline to place your order is Thursday, September 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We ask that you put all orders into OneView and also make a payment into OneView. If you have any questions or need to contact us, please reach out to us at AMC Apparel at fernexpo.com. This is a discount deadline reminder. You should be receiving this today or either tomorrow. Again, the deadline is next Thursday. Please log into OneView to place your complimentary booth package order and any additional services that you may require. Also, if you're ordering carpet and vinyl, please do so prior to the deadline or you will be paying the full rate. Once you log into OneView, this is the dashboard. This dashboard is very important. Also to the left, you will see the event information given the event dates and locations. At the bottom is our contact information with our 1-800 number and email if you need to contact us or need assistance with placing your order. Within the task area, you will see you have your booth package and included items, also carpet and vinyl. If you want to do any kind of graphics, you can order those services there. Any kind of labor, you can order services on our portal as well for install and dismantling as well. Also, again, we ask that you put a credit card on file in case you have any kind of walk-ups or add-ons on site. The Fern service desk is located on the back side on the 3rd floor, and our hours of operations are from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at dlawrence@Fern Expo, and my office number is 404-220-2624. Thank you. And when you arrive, this is the Young Contemporary and Cash and Carry floor for 1 With the Young Contemporary, you will have the plexiglass booths with tables and chairs. And with the cash and carry, it's pipe and drape, tables, chairs, and risers. On floor 2 is the Premier Accessories and Premier Apparel. With the Premier Accessories and shoes, you will have shelving with the round pedestal tables. Please note 6-foot tables and 4-foot tables and 8-foot tables are not included in your package, only the round pedestal tables, but tables can be rented if you need additional sizes. Also, with the apparel package for Premier, there are rods. Please note we also have 2 additional packages, package C and package D. Package C is our combination package, which is a combination of rods and apparels, and our package D is for shoes only, all shelves. And please note there is a 7-foot height restriction. Floor 3 is our apparel floor. For the accessories and shoes, you'll have your table, chairs, and risers with the pipe and drape. Please note, some people are allotted to have a hard wall package on floor 3, but you must have permission from show management. So please do so prior to ordering that package. Also on floor 3, we have the grid wall and the rolling rack package. Please note the rolling rack package is strictly for apparel. So please order accordingly. Please also note when you're ordering, please make sure you have your booth size dimensions to order properly. I've seen some people try to order 2, 3 of these packages to accommodate their space. So please note there's only 1 complimentary package allowed. Floor 4, this is what your package looks like. You have the upholstered chairs, tables, and a pair of rods. And 5, you have your system walls, of course, your rolling racks, tables, and chairs. And you'll also have lights included in this package. And I'm sorry, and on floor 2, lights are included in your package as well. And I'm going to turn it over to Brian.
Thanks, Beatrice. Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Richardson, Operations. We are definitely looking forward to hosting you all at our October market. And I will go over some fun stuff here. Our building. Let's start by reviewing some of the facility rules and regulations. On a safety note, the fire sprinkler heads, so to remain compliant with the city fire regulations and codes, we must maintain an 18-inch clearance around all sprinkler heads. So imagine an 18-inch dome around them, and especially that rule for any type of hot lights. We don't want to aggravate them. We just had an incident, so let's all please be careful. Also, please do not hang any products or block them in any way. This also includes the water supply pipes. So no lights or electrical on those pipes as well. Water and electricity do not mix. On decor, we do love a well-decorated exhibit space. We just kindly ask that you and your team not to adhere any decor to the walls or the columns that may cause damage upon removal. On that note, we do recommend command strips or other products with a low tacky adhesive or low or residue-free, we say. And then also on paint, please plan and prep your display prior to market, as painting on the exhibit boards is not allowed. And then lastly, as mentioned, the ceiling heights, our building ceiling height is 9.5 feet. So booth height limitations on all floors is 8 feet for the booths, except if you're on floor 2 where it is 7. Okay, steamers. We do offer a complimentary steamer station located on floor 2 in the northwest quadrant near the cafe area. Just please be mindful, there's only a limited number and they are open to the public, so just be considerate of others. Steamers can also be rented through Fern on a first come, first served basis. Great, shipping logistics. So we'll start accepting inbound freight starting on Thursday and Friday, October 6th and 7th, and it will also accept it on Monday, October 10th. Obviously, we'll accept all freight all the way up into show. We just encourage you to get in a little bit sooner because we are a vertical facility. We also don't recommend using UPS or FedEx Ground due to some shipping issues that we have had in the past. There is the shipping location. If you need shipping labels, there's a link located in the service manual for your convenience. And then privately owned vehicles or POVs can utilize the William Street dock on that Monday and Tuesday of move-in from 8 a.m. to 5 a.m. We do ask that you all use the shipping request link to the job form located in your ESM, and then also this presentation, I believe, in the chat to make dock appointments. If you have any other questions outside of your appointments, please feel free to call Loading Dock at the number provided here. And then dock appointments, they are required for all freight deliveries, pickups, and POVs. And then POVs meaning the privately owned cars, vans, or pickup trucks. So no rental box trucks, U-Hauls, or trailers. Smaller vehicles will be given priority access to the loading docks for. And then going to move in and set up. Okay, so our date pattern, as mentioned before, is back to normal for this show. Our move-in days are Monday and Tuesday, October 10th and 11th from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on both days. With that, during move-in, please consider it of your neighbors while moving in. Then also back on for safety reasons, we need to keep a clear path in the aisleways at all times in case of an emergency. So blocking emergency exit doors is strictly prohibited. You may also ask, what do I do with my empty boxes once I'm set? We have freight empty stickers that can be picked up at our firm service desk. Just simply label your boxes and crates with your exhibitor information, and our logistics team will remove them from the floors and also return them at the close of show. And then as a reminder, please be set and ready on 6 p.m. on Tuesday evening so that we can start cleaning the floors effectively. Go live. Okay, so we understand that social media sales are booming in the apparel industry, and we're here to support it. We just encourage everyone to go live during show hours. It just makes it easier on everyone. If you need to go live after hours, please pre-register with your sales manager in advance. We'll send out a link with further details on how to register on that, but it helps our security team identify who is supposed to be in the building. And then Go Live will be hosted on the first 2 nights of each show only. So that'll be Wednesday and Thursday. And then Go Live is not allowed during any move-in day for security reasons. All right, and then I will pass it back to Boanne. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And telling y'all, Evans is right. If you have padded carpet, I will be in your booth by the last day. We all love padded carpet. Sorry, my phone's blowing up. Apparently Queen died, y'all. We need to look into that. Extra lunch coupon if someone can send me an article about Queen dying. But let's knock this out. So Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi in our building has free public Wi-Fi. It is good for your general use on your phone. If you're planning to use a POS system, run your printer system through it, I do recommend you purchase the Wi-Fi. If you're planning to do a go live that Brian just mentioned, you will need the DSL. All of that can be purchased on the portal, the same portal as your application. The public Wi-Fi will not be able to hold to do go lives or to do the POS system. If you need to purchase Wi-Fi when you're on site, you can pull up the Wi-Fi on your phone, on your system, and you can purchase it on site. DSL needs to be ordered ahead of time. All right, so move out. We close it Friday at 6 o'clock. Again, we close it Friday at 6 o'clock. We do not close any earlier, so please plan your travel accordingly. We know the Atlanta airport is big and busy and crazy, so just know that going into when you booked your travel, that we do really enforce no closing before 6 p.m. When you are shipping out, all of the shipping will go out on We close on Friday, so all of your shipments will go out on Monday morning. I will almost 90%, 99% guarantee you that your shipment goes out. Sometimes tracking takes up to a full entire day to see your tracking. So if you get to Monday night, Tuesday morning, and you still don't see tracking, then you can contact us to see if we're seeing anything. But it does go out, it just goes out in masses, so it's really hard for it to pick up tracking right away. On the third floor near the show office, which will be on your southwest corner, so near your Missy and t-shirts, is where you will find the show, the printing and copying. If you need any labels printed, please go up to the printing and copy area and get that done. In the jot form, you're going to, or for POV, those who drive your own cars in, we have a jot form that you're going to see in the chat and also in your exhibitor service manual. In that jot form is where you can request what time you want to have picked up, drop off when you get there and pick up when you leave. You'll get a flyer in your booth on the last day that's going to give you more instructions so you can arrange your times, but do know you need to schedule that time in the jot form so that you can get moved out and that you'll have space in the bay. We only have 6 bays available for move out. There will be logistic teams will be at the service desk on floor 3 after noon on the last day. If you need to discuss storage, if you do, multiple shows, or you just think it's easier, they'll be there at the service desk. But remember, it won't be until afternoon on the last day. All right, so bill of lading. So you will get a bill of lading at the desk on floors 1 through 4. Depending on where you are, you'll look for the northwest corner, which is also the opposite escalators. Your main corner, your main escalators, your opposite escalators. You'll see a desk set up there. Every single person, whether you're shipping or your POV, needs to fill out this. All this is doing is telling us, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what my product is. This is where it's going. This is how it's getting there. That way, if anything gets left over, we can check out the bill of lading and be like, oh, that was actually FedEx. That was actually INT. We can go from there. If we don't have a bill of lading, your product, we don't know what to do with it. It gets put in storage and the chances of finding it are very slim to none. So please make sure if you do plan to ship or whatever you're doing, make sure you get your bill of lading. The material handling agreement statement will all be handed back in on the same desk. All right. So what's most important is what comes after October. After October comes my favorite show of the year, February. February is consistently our hands down our best show of the year for apparel, accessories, shoes. So we really look forward to that show. For those of you asking our dates, here's your first glance. Our February dates are Feb 1 through 3, Wednesday through Friday. There are your dates right there. We'll get to the other questions after that. So the best thing to do for this show to get to your prime location is get your application in before the show. If you do that, every single night we have 2 $500 booth credit drawings. So you can get $500 off your booth for February just by giving us your application. The deadline for your application to be in to guarantee your booth is Wednesday, October 19th. So that gives you about 4 days after the show. Get it in, give it to us, let us know if you want your current booth location or a new location. Some points to note about the show is 75% of the vendors show 5 times a year. That is majority of the show is here all 5 times. And we talked about the booth credit drawings. And here's a new one, guys, for those nobody knows. So there is going to be a small discount next year for those people that show 5 times a year. We appreciate the partnership you guys give us. We really realize what the year has brought. So there will be a discount next year. A lot of people ask, how do I get, better location, better options? The number one answer is consistency. We do everything based on seniority. So keep consistent to the show. I guarantee you'll keep growing. And then we can get you better booth placements as well. Yes. So up next, we're going to do questions. And we've got some great questions. So what I'm going to do is pull the chat up and I'll read them out and Evans will. Natalie, that's on me. I haven't assigned you yet. But all right, we're gonna go back to the top. So are we doing cash and carry for October market on the last day?
Yes. So in October, the past year or two, we have allowed cash and carry open on the last day. So you are welcome to do that. And just let buyers know if they try to do it before that, say you're not allowed unless you're in the cash and carry accessories category on floor 1. Other than that, you can do it on the last day, but not during the other days.
Awesome. All right, Patrick has a great question for going back to buyer referral. Is there a bulk buyer referral option or do we have to do one by one?
Yes, so Patrick, we do have an option to send it in bulk. We just have a form and a format, and we just have you sign something. We can sidebar with your sales manager. I'm guessing it's Billion.
Yeah.
Is that your sales manager? So yeah, we can sidebar on that, but for anyone else, yes, there is a way. If you have a nice buyer list that you'd like us to include in our outreach, we can accept those. We just have to have you sign something saying it's okay.
Awesome. And the next one, I think you kind of chatted on already, was what type of imagery? So lifestyle, that's the easy answer.
Yeah.
Bernard wants to know when the 2023 contracts will be available on the portal. Do you want me to answer?
Yep, you can answer that
Yeah.
one.
All right. So Bernard, you had me literally sending emails during this. So the 2023 dates just got confirmed literally yesterday, and we are working on confirming the rates. You should see those up in about the next week. So give them about a week, but we'll get those up. And as soon as they're up, you're going to get an email from us letting you know they're up and you can go in and apply for the next year. All right. So the next one from Ashley is, if we don't need supplied racks and tables, how can we coordinate?
Yep, that's a great question. So on Fern, on their OneView portal, you can get in there and request no racks or tables if you just want an empty booth. If you still would like the walls, they can do that. Or if you want, like, we call it a naked booth with nothing, we can do that as well. Just email us and let us know. But on Fern, you can say, and Deidre, tell me if I'm saying it wrong, but there's a way they can customize it and say they don't want it.
Yes, in the checkout portion of the screen, you'll just write in your notes, like no rods, no racks, shelves, or whatever, no tables and chairs. Just write in the comment section when you check out, and we'll get it.
Yeah, and just let us know too, that way during walkthroughs, because we check out the floor and the booths before y'all get there, we can just make sure it's an easy thing to check off our list. Great question.
Yes, awesome. All right, Jordan, I like your thought on this one. Is there any way we can get our products in the fashion show?
So we cannot guarantee it. We do have a professional stylist, but we will definitely tell them to come by your booth and check it out. They do make all the final decisions on what's in it, but absolutely, we do push a list of our brands to them to check out. And if there's any top trends we know that they're highlighting, again, you'll see an email from Avery right back if we're looking for shackets. I know everyone's got shackets, but if we're looking for that, write her back right away and say we have it. And that way we can try to promote you as much as we can.
I will say the earlier you work on the fashion show, the better chance. They like when you can send stuff in. So if it's something we can do ahead of time, you're gonna get more of a chance, and it's, you want to be in that fashion show. Ted, and I'll answer this one, Evans, because it's a quick answer for Ted. So Ted, I'm assuming it's Ted from In the Beginning. For first-time exhibitor, what is the recommended purchase for electrical services? So electrical services is done as a drop-down cord. So, you know, depending on what you're going to be servicing, are you trying to service 8 printers and your whole entire POS system? We'll need to do a couple drop-downs. If you're trying to just do 1 printer and something to charge your computer on, 1 drop-down would be just fine. So it kind of depends on how much you need. Ted, we can sidebar on this and let me know if there is more. Now, for those of you on Premier Young Contemporary first floor, your booth does come with electrical. So you're kind of guaranteed. And scroll down. Natalie, I'll work on yours. So how do we see what boutique shoppers will be attending so we can reach out?
So we don't send out a full list, but we are happy to check with our buyer engagement team on specific stores. So if, say you love monkeys from Greenville and want to know, we can actually check our database to see if they've pre-registered. So we're happy to kind of one-off conversation that, but we don't send an actual full list out. And then I see your Go Live question as well. Go Live is live selling on Facebook Live or comments sold. It's usually executed by the buyers wanting to go live in your booth. It helps them lock down orders with you and sell more. It's and they'll usually bring it up to you and ask, but essentially the buyer would come in your booth, ask if you'd go live, and they are going to be talking to their followers and being recorded live and placing orders. Then they would write it with you and then ship it out to their followers. So again, everyone kind of does it different these days, but it is a great selling opportunity that we definitely want to support.
Awesome. I'm just curious to know whose name is Be Nasty, but cool. Next one. How long does it typically take for empties to be returned?
Brian, you want to go with that one?
Probably err on saying a couple of hours, although we aim to be sooner than a couple of hours. So we try to get them out as soon as possible. Just understand that, you know, they are coming from certain locations, so it takes it a little bit of time to get there. Just bear with us. We can usually get them out pretty quick.
Great. Hannah says, if we get to market and realize we don't need as many shelves as we have, is there an extra charge to get them removed? Great question.
Great question. So the shelves are actually self-adjustable. So if you don't need them, it's like you can actually like just pop it off and take it off yourself and just let Fern know. So no extra charge if you do it yourself. If you do need labor, you would have to pay for that. So labor would be if you need like a temp labor staff to come and like actually take them off for you, there's a charge for that, or if they move it around. But if you do it yourself, there's no extra charge. And then we do just ask that you notify Fern. Don't give away your shelves if you don't need them, because then that other person's going to have a blanket charge, and we don't want anyone to be surprised.
Yes.
And one more is, and Deidre, this one's coming your way. Did Fern change the layout of their modification request form?
Yes, I'm glad somebody went into the system. I'm very proud of the October look of the show. We try to do something that's more user-friendly. So if you don't want any certain items in your booth, you would just put it in the checkout comments. We do have, you want to tell us your 4 dimensions, you can mention that in the comment section as well, or put it on the little diagram and let us know, like, hey, we want our shelves or rods set at whatever height. So we did change that. We try to make it simplified as possible, but if you have any questions, you can send me an email, okay?
Perfect. And Alana, we've got another great one, is how would you recommend getting people into your booth without soliciting like in a kiosk?
Yep. So there's several ways to do that that we touched on. Of course, reaching out to buyers ahead of time, advertising you'll be here. Any of that pre-work helps. At the show, we do see a lot of, or we get a lot of good feedback on our pedestals. Like I said, they're the little glass boxes. They're 14 by 14 glass cubes, and they're placed by escalators, elevators, high trafficked area. That's kind of the best way to get your product in front of people and then send buyers to your booth. Good question. So Hannah is asking, how much weight can the shelves hold? Wondering for their sign. Deidre, do you want to answer that, or?
I wouldn't put anything on the shelves more than 10 pounds, 10 to 15 pounds. I know some people tend to overload the shelves and they fall. So if you can do like a 15-pound minimum, that would be great.
Awesome. Are there any more? You guys had some great questions. This has been a fun one. Any more questions? Now, keep in mind, your sales managers, we're here to help you with everything. We're here to, take care of you and lead you through the process. So if you get home and you're like, oh, I want to, think about it again, shoot us an email, give it another chance for Ava to send it over to you. Take a look at your ESM as a really great resource. The only thing to keep in mind, final payment deadline tomorrow, and Fern deadline is the 15th.
Yes.
If there are no more questions, we will give you guys some more time back. We appreciate you guys getting on here, and we'll see you guys in like a month. And thank you for all your support.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.